Hello everybody, and welcome to GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. We're looking at my meter right here, and the wind is pretty calm. It picked up a little bit, and actually got some showers today. And it snowed this morning in the mountains. I want to show you this before I miss it. Look at what's in my little homemade birdhouse. She's been going in and out of the birdhouse, so I think somebody's moved in. Pretty cool. Anyway, the girls are waiting for their treats, but I'm going to get this done because if you look at the weather here, it looks like possibility it might rain. It's got some rain all the way around over there. I did get drizzled on, and all the way through here, nice dark clouds, and this was all hunkered in with dark clouds like that. Over there, again, more dark clouds. There's a possibility I'll get some rain tonight. So, what did I do today? Well, if you look at all the roads, you can see that they look like they've all been scraped. Yeah, they have. And I went all the way out to the main road, scraped everything down. I still have to move the van and do this area, but I can do that when I get back. It was getting a little bit late here, and you can see how this has all been graded now. And you're wondering, well, did I do that with my little bucket? Well, no. And those of you who remember and have been around since the beginning on my videos, I did build a drag sled, and that's it right there. And this was made out of a frame for one of those treadmills, and this thing weighs about 300 pounds. That's pretty heavy. So I have a chain here, and I hooked it on both sides there. That's where one of the rollers used to be. And I put that around my trailer hitch on my ATV, and I dragged this around. Then I put this piece of diamond plate on the back here and welded ears on both sides, so it kind of levels everything off. As you can see, as it came in here, it made a nice grade, and then you can see where it's cut up all the mounds and dirt and all of that with the special angle pieces I put on there. Those do the cutting, and this does the leveling. So when I've got a hump in the center of the road, a crown, I go down that first, and I cut that down, and then I go on both sides of that. Then I reverse, and I do the same thing, but in the opposite direction on all my roads. So I got my water road here cut up for the water truck, so he can pull in and stop right by the barrels there, fill my tank, and then he can swing right in here. And if he can't make the full swing, he can back up a little bit right by the hose there, and then come forward and go right back on out the road. All right. Another thing I did was I got my welder out, and I welded a chain and a hook on here. So now I can hook the doors in the open position and don't have to worry about getting killed by them in the wind, when the winds start gusting. So I put one on each one of the containers so I can go in there and work when I want to. Also, on one of my trips with the big trailer, the spare tire unit had broken off from right here. In other words, this piece back here used to be on this side and fastened right there. Well, it broke off, so I modified it. I reversed it, put it around. I put 2 bolts in there. I'll cut those off to the right length, and then I got to add 2 more bolts at the bottom, which I didn't have, so I'll pick those up at the hardware store next time I go. And yeah, the tire is pretty bad shape, but it does hold air, so it is a spared only, and I have really good tires on the trailer already, so this is just in case I get a flat while I'm driving, of course. All right, let's move on. A little earlier today, I took my metal detector out to some of the rock fields out there, and didn't score on anything there. But as I was coming back, I followed a stream bed down, and somewhere right in that area over there, there's a few different bends, and on both of those bends I marked them so I could go back and dig them. I got 3 good hits over there, and I had the discriminator on, so hopefully there's something good down there. I'll get over and dig that stuff up when I get a chance. All right. I transferred water, and I got the all the irrigation water filled up over by the garden house, and I watered all my plants because who knows if this rain is going to give me enough water to water the plants. If it does, all of the pots have holes in the bottom, weep holes, so the water can run out. Okay, that takes care of that. And move around back here. I even graded the road all the way around the back here because I take that route with my ATV and my water barrels. When I come in with those, I go over there and fill them up. Then I come up here, and whatever I have left over, I put into those 60-gallon, they're 55-gallon, but they'll hold 60-gallon drums. And here's my idea. I think you're going to like this. Remember I mentioned I was thinking about putting a second water tank in so that I can handle the extra water, because one of the delivery guys delivers 3,700 gallons. You pay for it whether you take it or not. So I was going to put a second 2,500-gallon tank in there, and when I got down to needing 3,700 gallons between the two, I would call and get them refilled. But here's my idea. I'd have to build another pedestal anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a platform all the way around at the same level as the bottom of my tank that's there already, except for where the staircase is. It's going to go 75% of the way or 80% of the way around. Then I'm going to take some of those blue barrels and I'm going to stack them all the way around there. And I think I figured it would hold like 17 barrels at 60 gallons. That's a lot of barrels. But I only pay $10 a piece for those barrels. So that's the good thing. So if I put those all the way around and then drill the bottoms, and instead of putting hose bibs in like this, I'll put PVC fittings in, and I'll daisy chain those all the way around with 1.5-inch pipe. So they will tie directly into the output of the big tank. So when the big tank is filled, the extra water will go into those barrels. I still got some things I got to work out on that, because the head is going to be higher than those barrels. So I might have to put a valve on there to be able to shut those off until I use the top half of the water on there. And then when I get down to barrel level, then I can open up the valve and use the water that's in the barrels also. I think that'll probably be the way I go. So that's going to probably get me up to where I need to be on the water amounts. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, it's still in the working stage. I just had an idea about doing it the other day, so I put it in the back of my head and said, okay, let's work that out on paper and see if it comes out. All right, that's about all. I had somebody pull in today. They were looking for the professional dirt bike rider that lives way up there against the mountains. And they said, I haven't been there in a bunch of years and I couldn't remember how to get there. Do you remember where he is? And I said, no, I've never met him, but I've looked at it on Google Earth and I saw him. So you might be able to go check him out by looking on Google Earth. And they would just look at me like, duh, dummies. Anyway, they apologized for pulling into my driveway, and I gave them a kind of an evil eye look so that they realized that they did wrong. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to go feed the girls, and then I'm going to feed myself, and we'll go from there. we'll see what else I can get done. Now the rain says Thursday, a break Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, more rain. And the heaviest rain Saturday and Sunday, almost as much as the last rainstorm we got. So, hey, all my barrels are almost topped off. So I might have to drain some of that down and figure out what I'm going to do with it all. I think the blue barrel there is only about half full, so I can pump some of that into the blue barrel, so I have a full barrel there. And I think the same thing over on that side. And if need be, I can drain down the laundry barrel, and I use that to mix with this bacteria that I put in the outhouse that eats up all of the waste and the paper down in the bottom. So I've been going with that thing since 2016, and it's really, it keeps all of the level of the stuff down, because these little microbes eat it all up. It's kind of like the stuff you put in the holding tanks of motorhomes. But there's also Rid-X, is another product that they sell for septic systems that helps break down the stuff in a septic tank so that you don't have to have it pumped as often. And if I had a septic tank, which I'll probably never have out here, but if I do put one in, I'll put 2 or 3 boxes of that stuff in every month if I have to, because it's cheaper than having a septic system pumped. All right, that's all, everybody. Don't forget, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up down the bottom, please. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you. And share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. Share it with anybody. Well, not anybody. There are a few people on my list I don't want to see me. Just kidding. Anyway, that's it. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll get back to you when the weather is fine again. GBear signing off.